The focus of this lesson is to explore more about single deposit accounts. Example 1. After inputting values for B, the balance, P, principal, R, the rate, and N, the compounding, the compound interest formula for Anna's account is $1,061.52 is equal to 1,000 times 1.01 to the power of 2t. We want to determine the interest rate for this account expressed as a percent. Now, the first thing we need to recognize is where this formula is coming from. Our generic formula for single deposit accounts is B is equal to P times 1 plus R over N to the power of NT. Now, if we look closely, we can match things up, right? We do notice that this here is our balance. This P is right here. We can also see that our NT is 2t, so we can see that the time, we don't know, but the compounding is semi-annual because we see a 2. Now, the only piece we're trying to find here is our interest rate, right? So we want to know what this R is. So if we look closely, we can see that this part here, this 1 plus R over N, is going to be equivalent to 1.01. So we're going to start there. So we know that 1 plus R over N is going to be equal to 1.01. Now we also know, like I said before, that NT is the same as 2t. Therefore, we know that N is equivalent to 2. So we're going to substitute that into this equation. So instead of 1 plus R over N, we're going to write 1 plus R over 2. Now, at this point, we're just going to solve this equation for R. So the first thing we're going to do is subtract 1 from both sides of the equation. And that's going to give us R over 2 is equal to 0.01. And then we're going to remove the divide by 2 by multiplying both sides of the equation by 2, and that will give us R is equal to 0.02, which as a percent is 2%. So we can see that Anna's account is offering 2% APR. Now it's your turn to try. Andy's savings account balance is $2,148. He started with the principal of $2,000. After inputting the values for B, P, R, and N, the compound interest formula for Andy's account is 2,148 equals 2,000 times 1.006 to the power of 4t. Determine his interest rate for this account expressed as a percent. Pause the video to give it a try. Let's try another one. After inputting the values for B, P, R, and N, the compound interest formula for Kate's account is $10,016.11 equals 1,000 times 1.002 to the power of 2n. The interest rate for this account is a 0.8%. How many times per year is the interest compounded on this account? Show your work. Pause the video to give it a try. All right, now let's get a little more practice. Go into Canvas, find the assignment titled Exploring Single Deposit Accounts Practice. Download the assignment, complete it, and upload your work to Canvas. Feel free to reach out to Ms. Curtis with any questions you have.